Hello, my fellow investors. Before I get to the main part of this video, I just want to give a small introduction. This video is not about against speculating. This video is about not mixing the two together. And what I mean by that is there are great speculators, and I was a speculator for years, and if you look up history, there's great speculators. They made a lot of money. And there are great value investors, and I believe that value investing is better than speculating. But the thing is that they don't go together. You can't be a value investor and also be at the same time a speculator. It's just a different mindset. It doesn't go together. Just like imagine doing sports while eating. There may be two great things, but they don't go together. You can't sit down and eat a pizza while skiing. And the mindset of a speculator is totally different than the mindset of a value investor. And to mix the two together is just a very bad combination. So if you agree with me or if you don't agree with me, I want to get to the main point of this video. Let's say you're a value investor and you have a portfolio of $100,000. And you tell yourself, okay, once in a while you're willing to bet on a small speculation. Let's say 1% of your portfolio. $1,000 you're willing to bet. So over here I'm putting in $1,000 and over here is $99,000. The way most people look at it is they're only betting $1,000. They're only betting 1% of their portfolio. And that's a huge mistake because you're not betting $1,000. You're betting much more than that. And that's why I built this whole graph. The way you should really look at it is, let's say we're doing an index fund, which is around a 10% compound annual growth rate. If you're looking at it as if you're betting only $1,000, the way you should look at it is how much are you betting on that $1,000 if you would have put it in an index fund for the next 5, 10, 15, or 50 years. And that's what I'm going to show you over here. If you bet $1,000 only one time in your whole time, you started off your portfolio with $100,000 and you put one bet of $1,000 in a speculation and you lost the money. This is how it's going to look out the next from 5 to 50 years. After 5 years, $100,000 is worth $161,000. This is a 10% annual growth rate. $90,000 would be $159,000, which would be $1,611 less. After 10 years, the difference is $2,500. After 15 years, it's $4,000. After 20 years, it's $6,000. And after 30 years, it's $17,500. So an investor who's looking at it as if he's betting only $1,000, he should look at it as if he's betting $17,500. That's a true way to look at it. And if it's 40 years, it's $45,000. And 50 years, it's $117,000. So to look at it as if you're betting only $1,000 and only 1% of your portfolio is very, very wrong. This $1,000 you could put in an index fund, and after 30 years, it'll be worth another $17,500, and after 40 years, it'll be worth another $45,000. You're not betting $1,000; you're betting $45,000. I put in here all the numbers. This is basically the same thing. I just made here like a nice graph. And if you're a very successful investor, a value investor, and let's say you have you know how to compound at a 50% rate a year, the difference would be after 30 years, $66,000. After 40 years, $267,000, and after 50 years, $1 million. So to look at it, someone who's 20 years old, and let's say after 10 years of experience, he knows how to be a very good value investor. And let's say he could compound at 50% a year. And he's telling himself, okay, I have $100,000, I only bet $1,000. And at age 80, that'll be a difference of $1 million. $1 million. That $1,000 bet that he lost was $1 million after 50 years. And if he's a great, great, great value investor and he can compound to 20% a year, that $1,000 after 5 years is $2,500. After 10 years is $6,000. After 15 years is $50,000. After 20 years is $38,000. And after 25 years, $95,000. And after 50 years, that's $9.1 million. So to look at it as if you're betting only $1,000, only 1% of your portfolio, only you're buying a $100 option over there, and only you're buying another $100 option over there, it's not $100, it's not $200, it's thousands upon thousands of dollars. So that's the first point I want to say about not speculating. If you want to be a value investor, do it till the end. Just get rid of all speculations. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Now, I want to get to the second point, why value investors shouldn't speculate even small amounts of money. Now, sometimes you have a value investor who sees a stock that's going up like crazy, and he's saying, yeah, he's willing to bet it's going to go down, and he just wants to buy an option for $100 or something, $150. to buy a put over here, and then maybe he thinks a stock is going to go up. He wants to buy option, a call that's going to go up. And over here, he's willing to invest, to bet $100 over there, another $100. That's a big, big problem. And I'll explain to you why, but I want to just play you this video from Warren Buffett.
Now, if you told me you owned all of the Bitcoin in the world, and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it, because what would I do with it?
Okay, Buffett has said all these different kind of quotes and sayings throughout his career that he's not willing to bet even a small amount of money on all these different speculations. And I always had a question. I understand the point that it's not a productive asset. He's not willing to bet $2 on something. It's not a productive asset. Okay, I get that point. But you're a multi-millionaire. You're a multi-billionaire. Why do you care to buy an asset for $25? If you lose $25. If you win, you can earn billions. Why do you care to buy it for $25? Okay, now you could say Buffett doesn't really mean it. He's exaggerating. If someone would give him all the Bitcoin in the world, he would buy it for $25. He doesn't really mean he's not going to pay $25 for it. But his track record is pretty pretty accurate. He never bets. I mean, if you look up his history, when he was a young kid, he used to bet, and I guess that was a very strong lesson for him to stop betting. But I think the reason he's saying this, and he really, really means it, is because the human nature is that they like betting. People like betting, people like gambling, people like buying lotteries, and they always like to dream about the millions. It's just human nature. And the problem with a value investor who is willing to buy an option over here, or just willing to bet a small speculation over there, this kind of a gambling nature, it's very, very, very hard to get rid of this nature. And if you just do once and do twice, you do it again and again and again, and you just continue to lose money. So even if you're putting aside the you're not looking as if you, the first point that I made, that the $1,000 is actually tens of thousands of dollars over the years. Another point is, if you do it once, you can do it twice, and you do it again and again and again. So it's not just $1,000. It's going to be again and again and again. Every time you just buy an option over here, you're just doing a small speculation over here. In the end, it comes up to huge amounts of money that you lose. So when I'm saying it like this, if you want to be a speculator, do it till the end. Learn how to do it very, very good. You could. It's very possible. There are people who have succeeded in speculating. It's very, very hard, but you could do it. But if you want to be a value investor, which is much easier to do it till the end. Don't mix the two together. Don't just do small speculations over here. You're just going to lose a lot of money, and you're never even going to realize it. If you want to be a pure value investor, get totally into the mindset of a value investor and do it till the end. Just get rid of all speculations, all betting, all gambling. You're just going to lose a ton of money. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.